So the GT3 RS has officially survived its first track weekend, and we typically like to do a video after that. We can compare this to the GT4, talk a little bit about the track day, but also about the products that we install on cars and how effective they are at the racetrack. So first of all, what we did with the car was a Porsche Club HPDE, which stands for High Performance Drivers Education. The Allegheny region of the Porsche Club does that every year, a couple different places. I'm going to Mid-Ohio in September, but this particular event was at Pittsburgh International Race Complex, which is in Big Beaver, Pennsylvania, so just north of Pittsburgh. It's a really, really great track. If you ever have a chance to go there, you should. I've been there 6 or 7 years now for some track weekends, so pretty familiar with the track, and I run with the B group in the Porsche Club. On the track, we had about 30 cars in our class, which means there's 30 cars at full speed on the track at the same time. Lots of passing, lots of close following, and that's where PPF really comes into play. If you have a car that you care about and you're going to track it, you have to have PPF, as far as I'm concerned, and windshield protection film, both of which are on this car, of course. The entire thing's wrapped in 10 mil, and what you'll notice as you go around the car, and John's got some great B-roll of it when it came back from the track, just how beat up a car is after the racetrack. There is not a mark in this film anywhere. I looked it over. I don't think there's a single chip in the film, through the film, nothing. And so, although film is not bulletproof, it's not impenetrable, we like to preach that often. We don't want to sell you something that's not true. It's really good. And the 10 mil in particular, I also have the 10 mil on my GT4, and I think there's one spot that has a chip on it. The car has 15,000 miles. This car has around 10,000 now, and it had PPF on it before I bought it as well. We removed it and put our film on it, but there wasn't a single chip. I lied, there was one chip underneath the headlight that we touched up, I believe, before we put it on. Or maybe it wasn't even in the paint, it might have just been in the film. Either way, the car's in really great shape for 10,000 miles. You really can't find a mark on it. When you're on the track, you get absolutely covered in rubber. So you're driving the car really, really hard, and I put too many miles on it to show you what I'm talking about, I think, since then. But basically, these long snakes of rubber, when the tires are really hot, come flying off, and they're like big balls of rubber, and you can just see them and feel them hitting the car constantly when you're traveling behind another car. In addition to that, some people go off track here and there. They bring rocks back onto the track with them, so you're constantly getting pelted with stuff. Now, on that racetrack, they're about 2-minute laps. They've got 3 long straightaways, and on those 3 stretches in this car, you're doing anywhere between 130 and 140 miles per hour before you hit the brakes. So when you're behind somebody that's in front of you, they're going that same speed. There's a lot of debris that's flying at you at a very high rate of speed. I just can't say enough good things about how great PPF is. If you're gonna use your car like the car's meant to be used, you need to have it. Windshield protection film's the same thing. There were 2 times over the weekend that something large hit my windshield. I saw it, I heard it. There's no mark on the windshield at all. And GT3 RSs, I'm not sure if it's true on the windshield, but on the other windows, the RS cars have thinner glass for weight savings. So I'm imagining windshield they probably keep thick so that they don't break easily, but you have a lot more confidence on the racetrack when you have these products on your car, if it's a car that you enjoy. Now, if you have a dedicated track car and you got a full cage in it and a gutted interior and you don't care, then PPF is probably not the product for you. But if it's a car that you're using on the street, that you care about the way that it looks, and you want to have that versatility to take it to the track, both of those protection products are a no-brainer. So the question that came up a lot over the weekend from people at the track, and I was asking myself this a lot, how does this compare to the GT4? So the GT4 I've had on the track many, many times. I love that car on the track. This was the first weekend with this. Well, there's a couple major differences. One, the GT4 is a manual, so it's a different feel. I would venture to maybe say more fun in the GT4. This is a few seconds faster around Pitt Race, but not anything earth-shattering. From a feel standpoint, if I wasn't timing laps, it really didn't feel much different. I really enjoy driving the GT4. I feel like I have more control over the GT4, but also I've put a lot less time on a track in this car. So I think as time goes on, I'll feel a little bit more confident in this one. I know my braking points and stuff like that better in the GT4 than I do with this, but overall, really, really great experience. Very fast, very fun car. Handles amazing, we know that already. That's what these things are built to do, so I'm just happy that I get to enjoy both of them on the racetrack and enjoy both of them for what they were made. When I go to the track, Aaron usually joins me, and he's got a Camaro ZL1 1LE, which is basically the GT3 RS of Chevrolet, minus maybe the Corvette ZR1. It's designed for the track, for road course racing, 650 horsepower, supercharged engine, just really incredible car. And it was a blast chasing him around. They ran almost the exact same speeds. Aaron's a phenomenal driver. We both ran about a 201 at Pitt Race, if you guys are familiar with that track, over and over and over again, very consistent. So it was cool to be able to chase each other around and see the America versus Germany versions of their track-focused sports cars, and the Camaro did a really, really awesome job. In summary, guys, if you're gonna track your car and you care about it, it's a no-brainer. Get PPF, get windshield protection, get something stopping the rock chips and stopping all of those pieces of rubber from just absolutely hammering your paint for that weekend. And most importantly, PPF is designed so that you can enjoy your car. That's why I love it so much. Car enthusiast that likes to use my car, that's why we take advantage of these protection products. We will see you on the next track update.